Hello, welcome to a beautiful day in Wicklow. I am down at Camp Kilo. This is my all-time favourite place on the planet. Not because I find a lot of gold. In fact, I think if I've pulled out 0.1 of a gram in the last year, that'd be about it. You know, this place does not produce anywhere near as much gold as the name suggests. But look, when I first came up here, I figured, yeah, this is going to be loaded with gold. I've done a couple of quick test pans. I found some nice little bits of gold. And I thought, you know what? This is just such a perfect place. I'm destined to get loads of gold. I'm going to need somewhere to stay for the weekend. I'm going to need somewhere that I can camp out here. So, before setting up a sluice box and before running a mountain of gold bearing gravel, the very first thing I did is what I always tell people not to do. I always say, do some test panning first, find good gold, and when you find good gold, then set up your bigger equipment. And then, really, further down the process, set up a little shelter. So this is my little shelter. I won't even call it a cabin. It was originally intended being a cabin. So what this is this is just laminate boards I found in a dumpster. Over in Ireland we call them a skip. So basically it's just a dumpster. These are just 4 foot lengths of laminate flooring. So in between the trees on this side is 4 feet, over there is 5 feet, so I have to use a few pieces of wood. Eventually I might fix it up a little bit, and then for the roof then I have a couple of strips of laminate and I have some tarps there. Now unfortunately when it was really windy lately, what happened was the tarp blew off, so I've just rolled it up and popped it in place. I think someone has been here since I was here. Now granted it's probably about a year since or more since I've been here, because the rope that I was using to tie down the tarp was actually stitched across here. So I think someone has been here, but look, no big deal. You know, the land doesn't belong to me. It's not my ground. And yeah, if you know where it is, come on up and get some gold. You might even meet me here and we'll have a nice day together, you know. That's what it's all about, really. I mean, a lot of people look and say, well, I actually, even on the way here, I actually met a kid and their mother, and the kid was talking about how I look for gold and I like this and I like that and how much money do you make out of it and how much this and much that. No, I don't make money out of this, you know. I do this for fun, you know. This is purely enjoyment. I do this because I get out in nature. I mean, I'll give you a drone shot of this from the selfie stick. Hold on, so you can get an idea. Like, how can you say you don't like that? You know, it's just, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. There's trees everywhere, and most of all, I'm right next to a river. I mean, just look at that. My proximity to that. You imagine camping out here during the summertime when it's nice weather, camping right next to a river. I actually recently went camping, and where I was camping was right next to a river, and I have to say I can't remember the last time I slept so well in the wilderness and in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, no, I just love all this. It's just, you know, I do this for fun. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for gold. I just do it for getting out and about, you know. Lately I've been posting videos, have them scheduled to go up about 3 times a week, and I'm going to continue on with that schedule as much as possible. And when I go onto ground that has good gold in it, I'll show you the gold. But like you've been seeing in most of my videos lately, if there's no gold there, there's no gold there. I don't put gold into. I mean, in my snuffer bottle now, from all the places I've been to, I've probably got, I'd say probably close on 0.2, 0.3 of a gram of gold. I could set up a sluice box today and throw that gold into a pan and go, wow, look what we found, isn't that great? Yeah, sub me. It's not authentic, you know. I have morals, I have ethics. I don't do that, you know. There's no reason to do that. So, you know, you want to have the authentic experience. There's no worse than coming up to a place expecting to find gold and then you don't. And it's unfortunately the part of the way things are, you know, with gold prospecting. So that's it, really. You just come up and enjoy life. So the rough plan today, there's 2 key objectives today. The first is, I'll show you now. So the first objective today is I have just have a shovel there, have the tripod set up in case we do go into water, and I have the classifier and pan. And we're going to just work our way along the river. Because of all the rain recently, there's a good bit of flow up here. So it's a good bit of water up here now. Who knows what it'll be like tomorrow, but look, there's water here now, so we might as well run it. And then the other thing then is one of the key things that tends to delay me when I'm going out is having enough supplies, food and water and everything with me. So one of the things I've done is I've got an old protein box, one of the other big canisters for storing protein powder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice deep hole. I'm going to bury that here, not to hide it, but just simply to have it as a storage place, because it has tins of food, it has tea bags, fruit juice, fruit pot, things like that. So it has a good few things available which I could use to basically just give me energy throughout the day. So in other words, if I get up here and realise, oh, I forgot my sandwiches, or I forgot something, you know, at least I have options available. So that's the real plan. I'd say if you're tuning in expecting to see a stack load of gold, no, not today. Maybe next week you will see that, alright, but certainly not today. So anyway, so that's the plan. So yeah, I've got to crack on with this. I think the first thing I'll do is do a bit of test panning, because to bury that box, I'd have to go back to the car to get that particular box. So yeah, first thing we'll do is just get on with test panning, and yeah, enjoy. Okay, so hopefully you can see this properly. It's kind of hard to hold two pans, a shovel and a selfie stick at the same time, so hopefully you can see this alright. So what we're going to do now is some amount of growth. I have been up here. I think everywhere I go panning lately, I always say I haven't been up here in a year. It's kind of true, I haven't though. Now I did see evidence that people have been up here lately, so I'm wondering, did those same people do some digging? And if so, did they find it? Okay, oh wow, that's a drop off. Oh yeah, someone's been working this alright. Now, so let's have a look here. So you can see there where there's a drop off, a severe drop off. Somebody really went hard into the place. Good. Saves me a lot of work. So if they found gold there, chances are they found gold kind of up here as well. Just trying to find somewhere easy to get into. It looks good. River's nice and flat. I'm just trying to find a way down to it. Bit of a steep embankment here. It's very steep actually. Yep. Right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the pans down for a second. I'll try and walk down backwards. When you're walking down to somewhere, particularly somewhere that has a decent bit of elevation, it's always best to walk backwards. Actually, there we go. Found a tree and I can lean on. Obviously, my priority is to get down safely. Here we go. That's good. Cool. So I have the camera bag parked here because I just had basic tracksuit problems. I didn't really intend on coming out today. I just had the stuff in the car, and the weather got slightly better, and I said, okay, that's grand, we'll go out. Just think of it afterwards. As regards had to film this, I left the tree mount at the back of the bag. Oh well, okay, right. I'm gonna see if I can set you up somewhere. I'm gonna do a little bit of test panning. You can see here where, look, this nice little kind of gravel bar here. There's another one there, build up behind the tree. Again, because I haven't found gold here in well over a year, my plan now is just assess the place like I've never been here. So I'll just try and find somewhere to park it. Okay, hopefully you can see that alright. The camera's upside down hanging on a tree. So what I'll do is afterwards in post-production I'll just flip the shot upside down the other way. As far as I know, I can do that. So I know it's not a great angle, but just as some option. I tried it with 16 infinite angles, just can't get it. So what I'll do is I'll just do a quick test pan, see what I find. If I find any decent gold, then I go back and get the other mount. If not, then move on to the location. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so you can see I've took out a good decent sized hole there. With all the trees here, it's so hard to find a decent place where there's not roots everywhere. I just managed to just barely got a gap. You can see here I just barely got a gap in between the roots, which is a decent sized hole. So this is my first cachet of prepping. with all that's gone on in the world lately, I've gotten very much into prepping, and this is my first one. First of many caches. In here is a tin of meatballs, fruit juice, tissues, plasters, tea bags, a pack of soup, a couple of bars of chocolate, and what else? Oh yeah, and then there's also a pack of ready-to-eat fruit, all of which has a date which brings me right up to about March of next year. So, you know, in and around whatever that is, 6-7 months. So, you know, it's good for 6 months at least as a bucket location. It's also good as well if I happen to hit the goal today and I come back a different day and I want to be able to stay up here for a while. At least means I have a cache of fuel. So just to seal it off, I put a bit of electrical tape around the side of it. Just gonna pop her in the hole there. There's a reason I'm so zoomed in. I don't want people to know where this is, just in case somebody knows where I am. I want this to remain hidden. Obviously, when I'm finished here for the day, I'll make sure to clear the place so there was it was not obvious that I was even here at all. Objective 1 for today, this is the main one for today, was to get this done. Right, I'll get down into that. Probably be easier to do it by hand at this stage. Park a rock on it so I know where it is. What I'll do is I'll keep this footage. Usually, ow, my needles. Usually when I put stuff up on YouTube, I'll delete the stuff afterwards to save on a bit of space, but what I'll do is I'll keep the footage so I know for future reference where this is. I'll pat that down with a shovel in a second, just to make sure everything is nice and tight. So now that we got that bit done, the next step is, when I was going back to the car to get that, I went and got my little baby sluice. You'll have seen this in the most recent video. The way in which I'm posting things is now at a rate of 3 videos a week, so Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, as often as I can, and I have them ready to go a couple of days ahead. So the previous video, you would have seen this in use. If you haven't seen that before, I'll put a link, wherever links go at this stage. Starting to rain soon, so I'm going to just see if I can get even if I can get 10 or 12 shovels through the sluice box, just to see A, see the sluice box working, but B, to see is there any gold here, because I did find gold earlier, and I have found gold here before, and I'm determined today I'm going to find gold. Let's go find the shiny. So because of the fact that it has a little slosh there for me to dump gravel in and the rest of it's covered, instead of me having to worry about getting a stone that's the right shape and size to spread out across the full, whatever it is, 8 inches across, I have a 1/4 inch classifier. I don't have a bucket with me, all I have is a pan, so I'm going to end up shoveling material from wherever I can get it. If I can run 10 shovels before I get completely soaked and clean it out into the pan, I'd be delighted with that. That's one shovel, classified the 1/4 inch. Now what I'll do is I'll feed it through the top of the sluice box. God, I missed the summer. It was only yesterday. I can see my breath and it's raining. So all I'm doing is just picking up water into the pan and just tipping off the end into the box. That's shovel number 4. I keep going with this and I'll come back to you in a second when I've got to 10. But I'm getting drowned here, so probably can't do it much longer. See you soon. Okay, it's getting ridiculously bad now. I think we're up to, I don't know how much rain there's here, but I'm in between tree canopy and it keeps hopping off my head. I've had to go and clear out the sluice box. I panned it down, absolutely not a speckle of gold, nothing. I think it's just running a bit too fast, although it did work very well in the sense that I was able to put gravel here and have it just drop straight in. I could pour it here, and then if there was too much material, drop it there on top, and then it slides on in. I think what I could do is put a sheet of 1/4 inch mesh there, then put another junction, put another 1/4 inch mesh. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. But I was thinking, yeah, make it a bit longer, put some 1/4 inch mesh over top, because at the minute I don't have to worry about getting a rock the right size. All I have to do is just pack rocks against it, create a dam, the water skushes on through, builds up, overflows, scoots down. Happy days. This thing works, and it cost me very, very little. So, hope you've enjoyed today's short episode of digging and sluicing in the mountains, and of course prepping. Thanks very much for your subscription. and sure, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.